Hello and welcome to Tuesday DJ Gig Tips on a Wednesday, brought to you by Vibo, the music planning app. Now I might get noisy here and I apologize for that. There's really nothing I can do about that aside from maybe not doing a video. So I've decided to do a video and just, you have to ignore the background noise. I also apologize for using my phone to do this video, but the mic on my camera is acting up. I hope the audio is okay on this phone microphone. Let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best with it in post-production. I'm going to give you 3 tips today, and they all have to do with the wedding that I did over the weekend. Now, if you saw the gig log, you know it was a 2-hour event. Here's the situation. They had hired a band to do the dance for the wedding, but they were having dinner outside in a tent, and they wanted someone to facilitate things like cocktail music, dinner music, grand entrance, speeches and toasts, and also handle the first dance, the father-daughter, and the mother-son. So 2 hours is what I was hired to do. I charged them full price for that 2 hours. Not to be mean, but simply because, if I'm doing a wedding on a Saturday, it really doesn't matter if it's for a half an hour or if it's for 12 hours. Because either way, I'm not able to do any more events that day. If I were to discount that, I'm taking money away from me. I could easily hold out for a longer gig to justify the full price, or alternately, I can just charge full price for this. This is all I can do that day. So I kind of had to do that. It's something to think about. It's only going to go this long, or, something like that. Maybe isn't a good argument for a discount, especially if it doesn't allow you to do anything else that day to make some money. So, yeah, no matter how long the event is, if it's sucking up one of your prime dates, maybe you want to charge what you'd normally charge. Now, speaking of that, I have a buy-in price. So what that is, it's up to 6 hours is usually what I give them for a price. And that is one setup, one breakdown. That is, you can use it however you want. Cocktail, dinner, dancing, whatever. If they want more, they pay more. So if they want ceremony, they pay more. If they want an extra system, they pay more. If they want extra time, they pay more. But I do this buy-in price for up to 6 hours. And that is what I charge the client for the 2-hour event. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2. Pay attention to your audience and look for cool opportunities to create some cool moments. I was only supposed to play the 3 dancing songs, which is first dance, father, daughter, mother, son. That's it. But something happened during the father, the bride speech where I saw an opportunity.
And, they're doing the music and everybody's coming in, and what comes on as I got to walk down the aisle is a Bee Gees song. And any of you that know me, it's the Bee Gees or nothing.
I couldn't resist. I wasn't supposed to do this, but I did it. And I'm glad I did it. It was a moment of time that was really cool at the event. Now, some people say, oh, you're helping, make memories. That's true. You'll remember it afterward. But I'm more concerned with the moment itself. So I helped create this real special moment that was personal, and it went over great. People are always going to remember that, so it is a memory. But at the time, they loved it too. Look for those opportunities and seize them when you can. Tip 2. Tip 3. And I'm going to do more videos on this. I've decided, especially after DJ Expo last week, that I need to do videos on this. And that is, when you're putting a system together for an event, keep in mind what the objective of the event is. For instance, in this particular case, the objective was cocktail, dinner, speeches and toasts, and three specialty dances. Not banging sound, not thumping subs, not ear bleeding anything. So with that objective, some of the things that I have to do are make sure that I understand what's happening, what the people want to do at a wedding, dinner, cocktail. They want to socialize, right? So I need to bring a system where they're able to do that. If my system's overpowering the mid-frequency, where people can't talk, they can't be social. That's something I had to keep in mind. So I brought arrays, and they worked really well. There was a table right in front of me, and no matter what I was doing, people were able to have conversations at that table. They could also hear me in the back of the room. It's not just about us. It's not just about getting them dancing. There are other things going on at events that we have to keep in mind. And if we're doing things that are keeping people from doing the other things they want to do at the event, like being social, maybe it's a fail. Maybe if it's too loud, it's a fail. Maybe if it's not loud enough, it's a fail. But you know what? I'd almost rather not have it loud enough than have it too loud. My sound objectives for something like this, or even any wedding, even if there's dancing going on, like, pumping it up, turning it up a little bit, I want a hot spot on the dance floor where it's loud and clear. Off the dance floor, anyone out there should be able to have a conversation without screaming. If your music's too loud, not only can people not really have a good conversation, but they're going to be screaming at each other. When they scream, they get tired. When they get tired, they leave. I don't want anyone to leave my events. I don't care if they dance or not, as long as they stay. So if my music is too loud, or the mid-frequency in my sound system is being way too competitive with people's vocals or speaking just so they can hear each other, it's a fail. You want people to stay, so they need to be able to talk, you need to be able to keep them rested so they're not screaming at each other, and it needs to, in my opinion, sound good. I'll talk more about that in videos coming up, especially after Expo. Man, a lot of people aren't as concerned with quality sound and thinking about other objectives other than music at events. All they seem to be thinking about is having it loud. It's all about me. I'm the DJ. You must hear what I'm playing. You know what? Maybe it's about sticking around. If you chase people out of the room, you can't have an audience. You can bring an audience in, you can promote an event all you want and bring all these people in. But if it's uncomfortable for them to be in the room, they will not stay, they will leave. I experienced this at Expo. And I knew it was happening when it was happening. So I'm going to make an effort to do some videos and try to help you guys out. And hopefully you can avoid that. Not only with some settings, but some equipment choices that you may be making in the future for future purposes. So purchases. For future purchases. How's that? Anyway, that's it. That's the Tuesday DJ Gig Tips on a Wednesday. 3 tips today. Here's our thumbnail. There it is. All right. I appreciate you so much for watching. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.